Peace, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful ass, masterful ass moment in time. So we're in a place where you can feel the presence of God around. You feel God's protection. You feel God's love. But you also can sense that there's something on the other side of that. You can sense that there's something going on in the world, something that people are not ready for. These times. What's even deeper about it is that the lights are truly going out. And once the lights go out, what are you going to do to protect yourself? It's interesting because I can have every type of weaponry in the world, but what I know deep within me is that without any of that weaponry, that's material or illusionary wise, I know that I am the supreme weapon. How many of you know that you are the supreme weapon? What type of relationship have you built with God Almighty? What about the relationship with yourself and healing yourself and trusting yourself? Or have you allowed the pain and the hate of others to validate you? Or to, I'm used to it, or to put you in a place of self-doubt to where you doubt your own probable cause? You have to know who you are in this hour. You have to be aware of your team. You have to be aware of their powers, what they're capable of doing, what they won't do, what they will do. But most importantly, you have to know yourself, because you're drawing in like-minded frequencies. You're drawing in like-minded enemies, and energies, and you have to know thyself. Knowing thyself puts you in a place where you will draw like-minded energies around you, whether it is family or friends or loved ones. But these individuals will be based off of the circumference of your life path. Are you on a life path of leadership, unity, communication, structure? Are you on a life path of humanitarianism? Are you on a life path of spirituality? Because not everybody's life path is the same. Your structure and order is going to come from your higher self, your inner intuitions, you tapping deep within and building that personal connection and personal relationship with God Almighty. But most importantly, who are you building relationships with now that are around you? And who's showing up in your life for you now when it's quiet and ain't nothing going down, versus waiting for everything to go down? Then they want to surprisingly show up in your life, and then you're not even going to know who they are. People are holding on last minute to try to see how long they can hold on to the Titanic before it goes all the way in the water. But remember, I always told y'all, even Rose had to let Jack's ass go, because what's so masterful about Jack is that Jack jacked out, because not only was he jacking out of the Matrix, he also did not want to put his girl in danger as well, because he knew what was the feminine principle and the feminine bloodline that was going to carry out their generational birthright. And that's everything: wealth, abundance, negativity, positivity, whatever. But he had so much love in his life, the love of his life, that he trusted her. I feel like some of y'all are in a place where you could be holding on to a past loved one, or someone who has passed on or is in another realm or another dimension. Now you have new lovers or new people around you, and you may be saying things to them like, no one will ever win my heart like Daryl, or no one will ever win my heart like Becky, and you will never take their place. But even if you don't say that, it could just be a space that you share with someone else that they know is precious to you. And then if they accidentally come near it, or try to come near it, or question it, or want to talk about it, you're still locked in your place of pain and anger and resentment. So without realizing it, you're holding yourself in a box and in a bubble, and then you're taking that pain and anger of missing someone who you've already had memories with. And then while they were around, you were still taking them for granted, and you're still doing it again. You're still doing it, but you're doing it with a whole new situation, and the new situations now are giving you a chance to do it the right way. But you can miss it by still, once again, repeating the past, by longing for the past. And the person that you're lucky to be around, and that's lucky to love you or be in love with you, what type of pain are you causing them? Because you're in pain. Maybe God is trying to show you something, but it's all about you, and about your pain and how you feel hurt. What about the pain that you're inflicting upon others because you want to keep yourself in a bubble and that person hasn't done anything to you but try to come in to love you? Some of y'all need to be told that. It's not fair to keep someone in a bubble of pain because you're in pain. Why not live in the now and be free and be happy, be abundant, be vibrant. Don't be in an energy. See, it's a choice to feel hate. It's a choice to feel anger. It's a choice to feel animosity. It's a choice to be mean. It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to live in the now. But don't take living in the now so much for granted that you're so focused on the past that you don't preserve the gifts of the present, because that's why it's a gift. It's called a present, because presents can be taken back, especially when it's a nice beautiful box wrapped with a bow and a ribbon. And nowadays it's a lot of hard work to work for a really nice gift. And gifts aren't always things that are material. The best gifts are things that are made, handmade, or things that are spoken or done physically, not something that was handed. People aren't going to remember half them gifts or even have them. They will always remember a gesture or a kind word or an act, or just being there for them, or including them in some things that you do. And I know everyone gets busy, but sometimes it's okay to spend time with that person, get to know them, live in their world, bring them in your world. You see what their world is about, and then y'all get a chance to mold into each other, versus a big shock of, okay, now it's time to come together. And everything starts with relationships and connections. But most importantly, it's not fair to let your other family members define someone who they don't even know. Even you, if you heard something about someone else's wife, or how someone else's wife was, or someone else's husband was, do you know that with your own firsthand experience? If that has not been your experience with them, then why would you put them in a category or a box to exclude them from being a part of your world? And that's your blessing right there, that you could have missed out on simply because of somebody else's negative words or negative actions that you chose to tie into. And that's not fair to you, nor that person that you could have met and been great friends with, or gotten to know their wife or their family in a whole nother perspective, but you got mingled and mixed in somebody else's feminine drama of a clear bird's eye perspective of a generational curse. All of us are playing a role in the curse. It's up to you if you want to stay a part of the curse, or if you want to do the work to transmute that energy, to bring in the birthright the proper way, in its proper perspective, and heal in the process. Because that's what it's about. It's about us healing. But if you're going to be holding on to pains of the past, then all you're doing is tying yourself to a noose on this tree, like this tree just hanging there. And you're causing the pain. You're creating your own reality. You're bringing in the people that you work with. You're bringing in the friends that you make, the people that you love, even your own family members, based off of how you treat others, because it's still going to come back on you in some way, shape, or form. From the person you meet into the grocery store, the mail guy, the FedEx guy, the person at Lowe's, everybody. Be cool. Be in the now. Be in love. And if you have somebody who loves you, that's batting 1,000 during these times. And somebody who's in love with God first, that's unheard of. So, yeah. Most importantly, you be in love with God. Forget what everybody else is on. Because if anybody turns, you still stay in love with God. And you know you can never go wrong with that. And that's what I do. In the meantime, coming out with some new music soon. I'm excited about it. It's more of my conversations with God that I chose to put in letters, but via music. And my little one, my starseed, she has new songs coming out as well. New episodes, clips of The House of L. some things I want to show y'all as long as I can. The lights are going out for sure. But the thing about it is, what are you doing now to prepare while the lights are on? Because a lot of y'all can't even see in the dark. It's dark in the world now. You can't even see your way halfway. So it's about getting prepared right now for that. Building trustworthy relationships and having understandings with people. Like, look, don't just show up at my rip and be bringing all these family members who don't like me. I don't want them to suddenly like me all of a sudden. You know, once they realize that, hey, she wasn't so bad after all, because they never gave me a chance. They just decided that they weren't gonna like me. Or if that's your experience, I might add. But y'all know how it goes with family. So I'm not saying nothing surprisingly new. Shoot, because we were all going through birthright breaking, reckoning, generational curse breaking, and kung fu fighting. You know, that wasn't fast as lightning. Anyways, y'all, let me go. I love y'all. If you feel led to donate to my ministry in some way, shape, or form, the description box, check it out. Shoot your girl some love. For those of you who have donated in the past, thank you very much. I love y'all. Most importantly, more content coming as best as I can get it going. But in the meantime, I feel very strongly that I'm doing my best to get y'all the messages. But I know for a fact that we are being prepared for absolutely no power. And I mean, what do you have to cook if you have no power? Do your can openers work? And are they all broken? And what if it did break? What are you going to open your cans with? And how many cans do you have? How much water do you have? How are you going to sanitize your hand? How are you going to wash your hands, your face, flush the toilet, bury your feces? Do you have a shovel? Did you grow any food? What if your garden looks like this right now? Or like this little grass here? What are you gonna do? Do you know how to fast? Do you know how to go one day without food? How do you sterilize water? How do you burn your trash? Man, what about frigid weather? What do you wear? What do you buy now that you can help yourself with? I want to go into more of those videos, but it's just a matter of timing. It's interesting because I got some more content coming for y'all. I love y'all. I'm finna go for this ant. Decides it actually makes its way to my neck. And I know that sounds succulent delicious, but not today, Mr. Ant. Not today. I love y'all. Gotta go. Peace. Bye.
These new Shithauls, they got your back, man.
New Shithauls. No poison ivy leaves. You need some leaves to wipe your asses with during the great pandemic? Now on sale for $1 a leaf. $12.99 per pack. New Shithauls. And they feel better than Charmin. How did it feel good? Man, we have our own leaves to wipe our asses with. And if you want us to ship it to you today, $12.99 a pack of New Shithauls. Better than Charmin, I must say. Get yours today. Hey! Shipping and handling fees apply. Look at the description box below.